Please click the subscribe button and the notification icon. It will help us a lot.
I think you brought up a really good question. Like any time in our history, you're gonna see change. Technology will change. We see that in the music industry very clearly. I grew up with tapes, cassette players, and that's
Me too, me too.
nobody nobody uses that anymore. Maybe I can find one at Goodwill or something, but the point is that it shifted to CDs and then CDs is almost becoming really obscure now. We stream music now. It was first iTunes and then it became like Spotify, Pandora, all this stuff where we don't have to have a physical music device anymore. um so my point being is that we see in every industry it will go through very big upheavals. So we see it in the VFX industry as well. And I don't remember the timeline, but basically it's almost like a race to the bottom of lowering prices. And so VFX artists is, you see the big boycott that happened. I want to say it was a few years ago. My timeline's a little iffy, but and now we've been seeing changes in the animation industry, and you brought up those changes as well. So I think for me, being an artist is someone that is always learning. I think you can push back as much as you want, like there's, of course, we're all human, so there's always that part of us. It's like we don't like change. We don't like when we have to learn something new and it feels uncomfortable being a beginner again. I certainly felt that way when I take up any kind of 3D software. But I think if you're an artist, you have to ask yourself what your goal is. And I think for me, it's trying to get across the ideas that are in my head. So I'm going to try to use every tool in my toolbox and new ones that I've never even heard of or learned before to try to get that vision across. So if it helps for me to be able to model this thing that I have in my head so that the next person can see it and they understand what they're looking at, I say we use whatever tools you can, if I can convey it in 2D, great. I'll speak for myself. I feel like there are some concepts in my head that is difficult to convey in 2D. Like if I want to do some crazy tricks with the camera, that only perhaps in VR you can do those kinds of points of view. My point is that I think it doesn't hurt to help these things. In fact, it would actually make you a valuable artist. So then you are able to cross bridges and talk to the 3D department. You can talk to the engineers. You can, in a way, be involved in all parts of the pipeline. And I think that you're going to be a linchpin if you can do that.